What's up, Hornets?
Welcome to the new year and a new episode of Kbtv.
I'm Josie Ostranik.
And I'm Armand Chowder. Today we will be taking a look at what's going on around campus.
It looks like what's old is new.
From the latest fashion trends to this year's spring musical, The Wizard of Oz, which was performed back in 2012.
We will also see how the new schedule change process is a fresh look on our old tradition.
All this coming up on Kbtv.
It's Tuesday, so it's a news day.
Here's the buzz for this week.
This year's spring musical is an old classic, not just on screen, but here at Keeling as well.
8 years ago, directors Lori Pena Brooks and Sarah Ladner performed this play.
Even though the exact versions are slightly different, the musical cast and crew are putting a new spin on this old classic.
Jaden White and Phoebe Miller take us down the yellow brick road to show us what it's all about.
On January 24th, the Keeling Spring Musical Program will bring the timeless classic, The Wizard of Oz, back to the stage after 8 years. But this time, it's a little different.
It has such a universal story of someone growing up and struggling through something to make their way in this world and really learn from it, to become a better person on the other side.
What makes this story so appealing is its iconic characters, its creative storyline, and its relatable message.
It's just a timeless story about companionship and the moral of the story, there's no place like home.
The Keeling performance will strive to incorporate some of the most special elements featured in the classic film because of their audience appeal.
Shucks, folks, I'm speechless.
Even today when you watch the movie and it starts in black and white, suddenly we go into the land of Oz and everything is different and sparkly and colorful. And as innovative as that was in 1939, it still holds a magical spell over us.
By curtain call, these performers will have put a unique spin on this old classic, making it new once again. This has been Phoebe Miller reporting for Kbtv.
The musical sounds like it's going to be better than ever. I can't wait to see how they pull it off.
As part of the cast, I can assure you that even though you know the story, there will be some changes that you wouldn't expect.
Those aren't the only changes being made around campus.
You're right, the spring semester always brings schedule changes.
Yeah, I'm still settling into my new electives.
With so many kids wanting their schedules changed, the counselors are putting a lot of time into these schedule changes.
The LC and Evelyn Constant take us there.
Many students and teachers are enthusiastic about the second semester changes. These changes help students in their daily school life. Changes such as
something that we've been working on in Generation Citizen recently, which is just moving advisory times closer to the end of the day to work with student mental health and just kind of make it easier for people to get their homework done.
Teachers are eager to see these new changes and look forward to watching them help students.
I think that they're going to make students take ownership of their learning. I think it's going to be a really cool way for them to inquire further when they aren't necessarily given all the answers up front.
Changes can be put in place by many things, and one of those things is student feedback.
Students are our most precious customers. We're all here because of the students that we serve. So anytime students see things that could change or could be better, I encourage them to give that feedback to their teachers, to the assistant principal, counselor, myself, because that feedback really is important and it helps us do a better job.
Good or bad, change to this school is inevitable. This has been Yao Xie reporting for Kbtv.
Students that have other questions about the schedule change process can stop by the program office or see the counselors.
And students who have questions about the latest fashion trends should take a look around the halls.
One look around and you can tell that the 80s and 90s trends are back and bigger than ever.
From Birkenstocks to Converse, these classic trends are making an appearance in our city.
Isaac Guzman and Daphne Hayes have more.
Baggy t-shirts, scrunchies, and Converse are all examples of old-fashioned trends that have come back into style. Young generations are starting to apply some of the best trends of the 80s and 90s to themselves, which some parents find surprising.
Old trends becoming new to me is a little surprising, but it's also interesting to see a younger generation embracing trends that my generation embraced.
Some classes even study fashion trends, and the teachers notice how students apply these familiar trends to their style.
I have seen some students applying popular trends like I said, like the wide leg pants and high-waisted pants have come back in.
These old trends are growing in popularity, and sometimes it can be hard to keep up with the changing trends and know what's in and what's out.
Old-fashioned trends becoming new affect my life because they're just everywhere and you see them around and you don't want to be like the uncool kid, I guess.
With trends cycling and recycling, students try to keep up. Who knows what trends from today will come back in the future? This has been Daphne Hayes reporting for Kbtv.
I'm loving these trends.
I know some people think they're ugly, but I love my Birkenstocks.
Okay, Josie, I'll take your word on that.
Ha ha. But that's all we have for you today, Hornets. See you next week
on Kbtv, Keeling's #1 source of news and information.